Okay, welcome back everyone. It's me, Lynette. I started off with part one of what I was going to do with this deck. So I want to kind of show you all something. It's been a little slow process, only because I'm finding things as I go. As you can see, what I did was I went and bought some treatment, because as I was lifting the boards off of the decking, I started finding little termites and ants and all. So what I did was I went and bought this. I already had, and I went and treated the ground around it. But I also went and bought this today from Lowe's, and it's supposed to kill for 3 months. It does kill on contact. I found that out. I don't know if you can really see it, but what I did was I sprayed these boards here and some of this surrounding board here that's kind of a little out of date. But I sprayed it and I gave it a nice soaking so it doesn't drip. It's got a little color, a little sheen to it. I don't know if you can see it, but it said spray it and let it dry. So I did that. Now, just to give you all an update, I haven't gotten to this side. I did, however, start taking this side down. And as you can see where the termites ate that in pieces, I was able to just pull that off with my finger, literally one finger. But I was able to take all of this out. And here is where you can see the nails, the screws that were in it, have actually been eaten away, and they're still in it. I just pulled the piece off. The wood came straight off. So I did take off that entire row. I took off that board, and I came down and took this board off, and you can see those are still in it. Now with these, I actually just took them apart from the bottom, unscrewed it, and the whole thing came off. So what I did was I treated the wood all the way around. It has like a little sheen, a sparkle sheen. You probably can't see it, but I treated all the joists at the bottom. Everything that's closest to the ground is what I treated. I sprayed it and gave it a nice little soak so it doesn't drip. I treated all of that. I treated these corners, and I went up ahead and treated all of this here with that termite spray. I went up ahead and put it in the holes, did up, and I actually did the top, which I'm probably going to end up sanding this down and refinishing it. If not, depends on how I feel. I may change that out, but right now, sanding it down. So you can see I was able to take all of that off the back. All that's gone. The rest of it, this piece here, is nice and solid. So I didn't even bother with that. But as you can see, all of it's been taken off. And I did treat all of this as I did it. I treated it today, and I let it sit. I let it all soak. This is where you can see the last two pieces on this row. I took off the bottom screws, took off the top screw, and the whole thing just collapsed. That was not rotted. However, it was easier to come off because it wasn't rotted. It was still a little nice and solid. Termites haven't gotten to this point, but it is what it is, and I still treated it. I did all of these holes as well, and I treated the entire piece of wood. And as I was spraying, I noticed little bugs coming out. So that's a good sign for me. I treated all of this, everything at the bottom that connects close to the ground, I treated. So that long piece that still has the railings in it, all of those, that whole piece, I'm just going to cut that up into pieces. Take the pieces off of it, but I'll cut it up and trash it. And you can see here where this was actually hollow. The inside was completely gone. So this one was easier to take off. Now I came to the part where the steps are coming up at. And as I'm taking them off, I noticed the same thing. Some termite damage. However, I treated this front piece here, and I brushed off everything. And if you can see, you don't see anything crawling. As soon as I sprayed it, them things it's almost like they evaporated. As I took up the next two boards, you can see the screws are still in there. They are not coming out easy. So I'm just going to kind of cut those off. They were stuck in the wood, but they're not turning at all. So I am going to cut those off before I finish. This corner here, I'm probably going to cut this off and put a smaller piece here and join it with a fresh piece. But here are the 2.5 steps that I've taken off already. That's one. Here's the half a step. You can see it was all eaten up. And here is the other step. I took them off now because these first three were actually the worst. The rest, as I hit them, I use a crowbar. That's my pry bar, but it says to pry them up. I didn't have to pry them because they were so soft, but from there forward, the next two steps were not easy to try and pry off or at least damage. So I left them be. However, as time goes, I may still replace all of them, but right now I'm going to replace those. And of course you can see this one here that's been rotten, eaten up. I'm actually going to replace this one as well. The two that are already done are fine. And I am going to replace a couple more. You can see where I've already went and purchased the wood for the framing. I've already treated it and just let it sit and dry. And what I did was I bought 2.5 steps. So I am going to go back and get one more step because it looks like I am going to need 3. So I've already treated all of these. These were already pre-cut. I just treated them. These I had to get cut. These are 2x4, 2x4 by 10s, and I got 3 of them cut. The one that's still 10, I don't need to cut it because that's going to go along that side there. And that's actually 10 1/3, so I'm actually going to keep it at 10 foot long. But I just wanted to give you all an update. Out here doing what I can. So we'll see what the final project looks like. In the meantime, this is part 2. Allow me time to get more materials and to come out here day by day by day and to complete working. See y'all later.